Hello and welcome to my channel. According to Governor Soludo, nobody is marginalizing Igbos. Stop fighting a war that ended long ago. Governor Chukwuma Soludo says Igbos should stop saying they are being marginalized in Nigeria. According to him, nobody is pushing the Southeast aside. He says the civil war ended 56 years ago and it is time to move on and focus on building the country. Wow, really? Anyway, let me play the video for us to see before waiting. This is going to be a very serious one.
The Civil War ended 56 years ago. Because still, our youth from the Southeast, and particularly from Anambra, the last recruitment exercise into the army and even into the police force, the Anambra, I think, had the lowest expression of interest in the country. I want to use this opportunity to call on our youth to enlist in the armed forces of Nigeria. Nigeria belongs to all of us. We cannot participate in it by avoiding it. We cannot be full members, but at the same time get out. This is one area where we are marginalizing ourselves. Nobody is marginalizing us. If you refuse to enter the police, the armed forces, then in a few decades to come, you will turn around and complain that there are no officers, no these things of Anambra or Igbo extraction. We must participate equally as equal co-owners of Project Nigeria.
Meanwhile, according to a pro-Biafra group online post, they said Professor Chukwuma Soludo should enlist his son, Ozonna, the one who is singing, before publicly enjoining all the Igbos to join the Nigerian army. Meanwhile, Soludo said this during the Armed Forces Remembrance Day event in Oka. Soludo also spoke strongly against people hiding in forests and camps, claiming they are freedom fighters. I think maybe with this one he was referring to IPOB, and who knows what prompted their response earlier that his son should join. So he said no normal human being lives in the forest. According to him, those people are not liberators, but criminals involved in kidnapping and terror. He called on them to come out, lay down their weapons, and accept the government's offer to help them return to normal life and become productive citizens. He said the civil war is truly over and should not be continued through violence or criminal activity, not in the Southeast and not anywhere else in Nigeria. Soludo ended by saying, it is time for Nigerians to focus on building a peaceful and progressive country instead of remaining stuck in the past. Well, some will say this is what we expect of a governor, of a Nigerian politician, of a Southeast politician. After all, they have to play to the center. That is what some people are saying. And some people are telling him, especially the pro-IPOB people, send Ozonna. That is what, let him join now. Anyway, this is how his critics, especially in the Southeast, are also reading and attacking his statement. This is no sugarcoating. Let's go straight. Soludo spoke like Abuja. He did not speak like Oka. The loudest reaction is this. Soludo sounded more like a federal spokesman than an Igbo governor. And look at what critics say. He repeated Abuja talking points. That is Abuja talking points. That was what he was repeating. He defended the system instead of questioning it. He spoke at Igbo people, not with them. He was speaking as an Igbo man, and he was talking to Igbo people, but he spoke as if he was not with the Igbo people. And to many of these Igbo people, it felt like Soludo wants approval from the center, not understanding from his people. You can't declare marginalization over by speech. According to voices who are opposing what Soludo said, they said his biggest mistake was saying nobody is marginalizing the Igbo. They are seeing it as his biggest mistake. Their argument is this: marginalization is not a feeling. It is a structure. It shows in federal appointments, security leadership, infrastructure placement, ports, rail, refineries, roads. And the people who are criticizing Soludo also argue, they said, you don't end marginalization by denying it exists. To them, Soludo dismissed real lived experiences with one sentence. He should have said, let's get over this. Even if they are marginalizing us, let's surmount it. Let's contend with it. You know, just like acting as if it doesn't exist. And that would have been easy for many people to digest. But to tell them there is nothing like that, that is denial. That is what they are trying to say. So what we are showing you here is what critics of Soludo are saying based on Soludo's remark and the Army Remembrance Day celebration. Let's go to the next reaction by several people, the feeling they are having for what Soludo said. Civil war ended, but the punishment didn't. This is a major emotional backlash point. And critics respond. They said, yes, the war ended in 1970, but post-war policies continued the damage. They point to the 20 pounds or whatsoever, the abandoned property. Where is the compensation? Loss of savings, which happened at that time. Deliberate underdevelopment of our region. Military-style treatment of Southeast, even today. So when Soludo says, stop fighting a war that ended 56 years ago, they hear, forget history, forget, that this is how they perceive it. They, as if it's forget history, forget injustice, forget trauma. That line alone turned many people against Soludo's speech. Again, they are telling Soludo, you ignored why youths avoid the army and police. And to Soludo's reaction say, his self-marginalization argument is shallow. Here is their counter again. He said, Igbo youths don't avoid security forces for no reason. According to them, Igbo youths fear being sent to fight their own people. They are afraid. They are afraid of being used as expendable foot soldiers. They are afraid of being blocked from promotion. And here is what they ask. Why join an institution that historically treats you with suspicion? Critics say Soludo blamed youths without addressing the fear, without addressing the bias and the history behind their choices. So, calling them criminals solves nothing. Soludo's forest comments triggered anger. His comment about the forest, it triggers anger. And here's what critics say. Yes, crime exists, but branding everyone as criminal, it shuts down dialogue. It deepens resentment. It pushes undecided youth further away. They argue you can't condemn violence without insulting the grievance. To them, Soludo showed zero empathy, only authority. That his speech is full of authority. Olive branch with one hand, slap with the other. That is what it seems like. Many say Soludo's amnesty message was confusing. On one hand, he offers reintegration. He says, come out. On the other hand, he calls them facades. He delegitimizes every struggle narrative. Critics say, you can't invite people in while publicly shaming them. That makes the olive branch look insincere. And Soludo's critics continue to say, this was a calculated political speech. That speech he gave on that video. Anti-Soludo analysts believe this speech was not accidental. They say it was designed to please the federal government, distance Soludo from separatism. So it's like Soludo is speaking for himself. He's not interested in, but he's speaking for himself, yet as if he's speaking for all of Igbo. They see it as Soludo trying to rebrand himself as a national leader. But the cost, they argue, is he sacrificed Igbo emotional trust for federal acceptance. Soludo's critics say Soludo is afraid of long-term damage to his legacy. And among these critics, a common worry is this speech will be remembered more than his economic ideas. He may be tagged as the governor who denied Igbo marginalization, the man who told Igbos to move on. And these people warn, history in Igbo land is not kind to leaders, especially leaders who appear dismissive of collective pain. And the bottom line of Soludo's reaction, in summary, Soludo's critics believe he oversimplified a deep problem. He shifted blame downward. He invalidated historical pain. He aligned too openly with Abuja. He spoke logic without empathy. And their final verdict, those Soludo's critics, they say Soludo spoke like an economist, not like a people's leader. So that is what critics say about Soludo. Not really me, but based on what I searched, reactions to Soludo's speech on that Army Remembrance Day. Viewers, what do you think? Add your comment on the comment section. Please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe, like, and share. I am Azuka OJ. I say bye-bye for now.